Hi everyone, this is Raina. I just wanted to let you guys know that I am now doing Law of Attraction personal love readings. And these are tailored to your personal data, but I'm also going to be doing a tarot spread with that. And basically, I came up with the idea because I got requests from clients to do love spreads. And yet I was getting questions like, will he love me, and things like that. And when I do the tarot, when I do astrology, it's always for the intention that you become self empowered. And I want people to think that they have control over their own lives. And, I think the one area that is always so fraught with complications is the love arena, because it's not the same thing where you can just put all this exertion into it like you can if you're starting a business or something. You can't control other people, and so it's almost the most elusive thing to find true love. So because of this, people become even more clinging to the notion of having this relationship, that they're willing to settle for things that are not good for them. And I want people to do readings or to get information that is sent to them so that they can improve their lives in order to attract the love that they want, rather than, oh gosh, I hope this person loves me. And then what if your dream comes true and you get this person and he or she turns out to be a total nightmare? You would be better off being alone than to be with somebody who was destructive in your life. And it was all because you thought that was who you wanted, because you didn't know who you were. So these readings will be approximately 15 to 20 minutes in length, an audio sent to your inbox, and they will be $21. And I also wanted to let you know that I am still going to be honoring the $14 price through August on the on demand personal readings. And then after that, they will go up to $21 as well. But through the rest of August, if you're listening in August, you can receive, if you order now, obviously, within the next couple of weeks, you can receive the $14 introductory price for the 30-day on demand reading. Okay, thank you very much. Hi, Leo. Welcome to your September 2015 Tarotscope. You guys went crazy on me in the month of August with all the views. Thanks so much. I don't quite understand it. I think I put yours out first. I'm not sure why it has so many more views than other people's, except for the fact that, of course, it's your birthday month, or it was, because we're going to pretend this is September, right? And in any case, I hope you had a great birthday. And I see in September that there's a lot of good money for you, because there will be planets in your second house, I think. Yeah, you're having a new moon there. So, first things first, the sun at the beginning of the month will be in Virgo, and that is your second house. So, this is shining a light on the money that you earn, and it helps with this area because I really feel like you're having a good run of things, last year, but it's really heating up now because in the second house, it's especially advantageous for making money. And you definitely have that ability to, because you're going to have Jupiter there all year long in Virgo. So the North Node will be there later on, and that's going to be really great for your money too. But in any case, in addition to the sun, the new moon will be at 20 degrees of Virgo, partial solar eclipse. So it's a more powerful new moon in that second house. And this happens on the 13th of September. And so definitely take some time out. And so definitely take some time out to plant your seeds when it comes to money that you can earn. And I know that as creative beings, there might be some way that you'd be able to do it on that front as well. You have Venus in your own sign, and it has been in retrograde, but it will go direct on the 6th of the month. And in the first house, it's really great for being appealing to other people in many different ways, not just in terms of business, but in terms of attracting love partners. And so if you're single and looking, you can be a hot number just by being you during this time. It's like you're sprinkled with fairy dust or something. Mars is in your own sign as well and will go into Virgo on the 25th of September. And so for the first 3 weeks with Mars in the first house, you're going to have a lot of energy to do things related to your physical body. So this is a great time to really start an exercise routine. And even for diet, I would say, because even though that's not something active, it is something related to helping your physical form. And with the new moon, and so the only thing I would, caution you about is not being obnoxious, not being conceited and full of yourself and aggressive, because that Martian energy can create too much of a fiery energy, can create too much of a fiery vibration, and that can kind of put people off if you're too overbearing. Let me put it that way. So, as I said, Jupiter is going to be transiting that second house for a year, and that will be very good for expanding your income. And Saturn is going to be going into your fifth house on the 17th of the month. It's been in your fourth house. So, this is kind of, I think, good news because the fourth house is a water house. It's a house of Cancer. And so it's a little bit, I hate to say heavy, but it kind of is. And then Saturn is kind of a heavy planet, but everything lightens up when you have it go back into Sag, which is a fire sign, and then go into a fire house. So even though it's going to be kind of a grounding influence, I think it will be a much more positive, upbeat kind of energy and will actually help you, if you are an artist, to ground your to discipline you in the way in which you create. And if you have a home business, which is also fifth house, this will help to crystallize your plans as well. I don't see it as being a restrictive force so much as something to make your visions, whether they're creative or entrepreneurial, be grounded in reality, in the physical. Uranus is retrograding in Aries in the ninth house, and there will also be a full moon in that ninth house on the 27th of the month. And this is a doozy because it is the fourth blood moon. There is a prophecy about that. I think it's biblical, but it's going to be the equivalent energy of 3 full moons. So that's pretty big time. And then in the sign of Aries, which is very volatile, I think that this is going to be quite an experience. And for you in your ninth house, that's a fire house. That's Sagittarian's house. That's Sagittarius's house. And so it's all about your philosophy. It's all about anything to do with publishing, anything to do with long distance travel and relating to people from a long distance. There might be something that is revealed to you at this time that connects to one of these areas. For instance, let's say you are a writer and this is the time when you discover that a book that you've self published is now starting to sell, or maybe you finish that novel, that writing project, and you decide to publish it at this time. There might be an ending, that's related to some sort of project like that, or it could be a revelation that has to do with the way that you see the world. But in any case, I think that it's really in the ninth house. But in any case, I think in the ninth house, this is a really buoyant energy. It has vitality written all over it because it has fire written all over it. So there's an enthusiasm. Pluto, and then with Uranus there, it kind of is a wild card. It's like Uranus in retrograde. That's pretty erratic, but it's also kind of a sudden situation appearing. It's not going to directly conjunct the full moon because Uranus is at 19 degrees, but it will be in the same house. So there might be something unusual associated with these revelations that you weren't expecting. Capricorn has been traveling through your sixth house of health, service, everyday routines. It's going to completely transform this area. If you were the type of person who always believed in conventional medicine, this might be a transit which will be occurring for another 10 years where you become a Reiki master, or you start using herbs exclusively instead of pharmaceutical drugs. You might go raw vegan. I'm not saying like this month, I'm saying that your whole idea of nutrition might be turned upside down in the next decade while you're seeing such a transformation occur, while you're seeing such changes in this area. The fact that Pluto is in Capricorn means that this might be of some kind of a practical nature. And the sixth house is an earth house. So this isn't really a bad thing at all, because I think that whatever changes will be visible and they will be constructive, actually.